Hi, I'm Chris from airwindows, and I was asked to do this plugin, and it seemed like a fine idea. Um, we're going to be listening to my Alien Kittens music again, I warn you, but this time there is a real good reason for it because it directly relates to some things this plugin does. It's called Sidepass, and what it basically is an audio unit in Mac and PC VST, very low overhead, very efficient, very nice in tone quality, and very simple in execution. Voila, mono. Now the reason I am I'm talking about Sidepass in the context of this plugin is as follows. I was asked to do this plugin because somebody wanted a mid-side plugin with a high-pass filter on the side channel, much like some of the basic behavior in my To Vinyl plugin. And To Vinyl is one of the for-pay Kagi plugins where I hit a funding level of $800 a month and start putting them out. I'm sticking to that. But I thought, why make people wait around for that to happen just to get this very basic functionality? And what's more, the fellow asked, please can I have it so that the cutoff goes all the way up to the treble frequencies? And To Vinyl doesn't do that. To Vinyl gives you frequency settings, or you can dial it in a particular way, and you can filter the mid and tighten the lows up on that as well. And it does a lot of things. It does an awful lot of things. It has an acceleration limiter, but it certainly doesn't let you bring the cutoff up to the treble frequencies, because at the time I was like, but this is a mastering elliptical EQ. Why would anybody do that? Well, there's all kinds of reasons. And so we have Sidepass going. If I take it out entirely, we have these low frequencies, and the kick is centered, but check this out. When the bass comes in, that's a stereo bass. It's all in surround and stuff. So when we bring the cutoff up, use your ears. That's the reason I have this going from 0 to 1. We can center the bass. Or we can center the bass and some of the mids. And it just kind of keeps going. We keep doing it, and we have maybe just a hint of high frequencies being stereo. They're a little wider now, and then pure mono. So what I've learned from this is that people who need this stereo centering behavior, and you'll notice that the filter does cause it's not going to stay at exactly the same output, but that's just the style of filter this is using. It's a high pass, there can be overshoots. But people who are using this functionality will sometimes want to cross over the frequency really, really, really high. EDM producers who need to make stuff that's going to work for big studio DJ systems, often that stuff is just about straight up mono. And I kind of like that. I grew up with a lot of music that was fairly mono. Back in the day, like Creedence Clearwater's, I think, Proud Mary's basically mono. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff that's been basically mono. And with this, but never mind trying to pretend you're an elliptical EQ for a mastering rig, that's just a straight up monoizer. And it's a nice sounding one with a nice sounding and fairly gentle side curve to it. It's not a super steep cutoff, it's fairly gradual. And you can go from the widest, deepest bass to right up to the middle to all the way to the highest frequencies. And that gives you the capacity to monoize stuff as much as you could want. We can see this in the correlation meter down here, where scooch it out, and we start seeing just hints of stereo. More will give us more stereo, and the none, it's still fairly, there's mono content in here, but there's an awful lot of stereo going on here, until you just make it all go away again. So EDM producers, this might be right up your alley. Sidepass by Airwindows is an audio unit in Mac and PC VST. It's very simple, it's very low overhead, and I hope it's very easy to use. I just don't want you looking for crossover at exactly 80 dB. This is to be used by ear, and you can zip it around and do all manner of stuff with it. I hope you like it. I always like putting out plugins like this that are sort of little Lego bricks of audio functionality that don't take up a lot of CPU, they don't take up a lot of space, but they do what they're asked to do. So thanks for listening, to the extent that you can listen to the same silly music over and over again, but I'm demonstrating things with it, so it's different. And I hope you enjoy Sidepass.